How does one, a slave no less, come to owe 10,000 talents? The guesstimates of such a sum in modern terms ranges from over a million to multiple millions of dollars. How does that happen? Perhaps by living in a society where the system of power leads to terrible injustice. I imagine where a king has the sole ability to pass judgment and forgive out of his abundance, and then hold everyone to his standard of forgiveness, even though the system remains corrupt. Or maybe a society where losing one's job leads to losing family health care, leading to unpayable amounts of debt. Or maybe a society where an exorbitant amount of one's income is tied to housing, leading people to be vulnerable to falling behind on rent or mortgage, which leads to eviction and homelessness. Matthew sums up Jesus' parable in simple allegory that God will punish you if you don't forgive, like what happens to the slave whose unpayable debt is forgiven. But this in no way reflects Peter's question of how many times must he forgive? What was Jesus really trying to teach his disciples after first saying that they must forgive not 7 but 77 times, and then in the telling of the story? You see, only one person forgives anyone in Jesus' parable. It's the king. He forgives once and only once, and then acts in anger and condemns the slave to perpetual torture for failing to forgive, like the powerful, massively resourced king that he has nothing in common with at all. That's how we're supposed to see God? Of course not. I believe that Jesus ties forgiveness to power and implores those who hear his story to use their power not only in individual forgiveness, but towards systematic change. It is the king who fails the community, the one who is unwilling to make real change towards justice, and instead uses forgiveness in a personal, emotion-filled way concerned only with his ego and his peace of mind. Those who would be leaders in the community Jesus envisions would use forgiveness as a tool towards justice, which then, and only then, leads to peace.